Hello, my name is Linda Larson, and you are on my Inkergized Stampers Facebook page. You can also find me on YouTube now, so I will send out that link. But anyway, I have been doing this for 25 years or more, and I just love it. And it has evolved to those of you that buy your stamps and say, oh, I never have a chance to use them. I get to spend one whole day creating, and I love creating. So like every Wednesday, it is my day to create. So I get to play and stamp and come up with new ideas and take the whole day to just stamp and create. Hi, Mercy. Hi, Lisa. So I was just saying how lucky I am because I love doing this and I get to spend a whole day doing it. And so it's just my best day of the week. So you do what makes you happy, right? That's what I love. So anyway, tonight we're going to be looking at the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. Oh, you're going to love it, love it, love it. So I am excited to share that with you. I'm just going to babble for a few more minutes and see who else joins us. So, this is all about a sailing ship. There's lots of ships out there. Like, the ones that you meet that are crowded and caring, and they're called a friendship. And then two people that have been together for a long time, they are a relationship. And then when they write things in magazines that shouldn't be in there, it's a censorship. So anyway, okay, I think we have, hi, Monica. Just saying if we got everybody else joining us while I'm trying to keep you occupied before I get started, because I got so much to share with you. So, all right, we're at 6:06. I think I'm going to turn the camera over. Oh yeah, Jonas, I got my sailing attire on, so I have an anchor, and I have my sailing attire on. Now I just got to go sailing someday. Anyway, let me turn this around. And let's see how, okay, if we go this way. I know I'm not doing this good. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, we get a little closer. That's where it's going to get sticky. Okay. Okay. Can't look at everything. Move some things back here. Of course. Okay. Here we are. Ready, set. This is so beautiful. This is on the online exclusive. So again, this is not in the catalog. So it's very important. If you're shopping, just go out there like Amazon and go, okay, show me things with this. Show me things with that. I mean, I'm getting to have fun with it. And I'm spending more just looking at everything. And then it suggests, would you like to add this too? Of course I would. Suggestive selling. That's what I did when I was in that business. But anyway, so this is so cool. This bundle is $50, but you will be able to make a million masculine and fun and boat and summer and everything cards, and I will show you how. So there is in this bundle the stamp set that says congratulations, happy retirement, best wishes, you deserve the best, you are destined for great things, and ahoy. And next Wednesday, I'll be adding a you deserve the best, and on the inside, put happy birthday. Because what you're going to see tonight is the card that we're going to be making next Wednesday at the at my event, the birthday card party event. So don't forget to RSVP. Yay. But along with this is what is so cool. Okay, ready? You have, see, I need a third hand. Okay, well, oopsie, there we go. I need a third hand. No, that would remind me, did you know where Captain Hook bought his hook? At the second-hand store. Okay, anyway, I just thought of that, or I saw that, but I decided to interject it now. But anyway, so you can see you have the big boat and you have clouds, and and I will show you what to do with these, and then you have little seagulls, and then you have little teeny sailboats, and then you have some things here, and I will show you what to do with all of them. So with these, and so I may be showing you some cards along the way rather than saving the finale for last. But what you do with this is when you put it through, you get this, and then if you want to use the other one, you'd have this. So you have like two different types of waves that are so cool. And I will show you that in one of my cards upcoming that I will share in a little bit. So these are really cool. And then there's two of them. So there's two different kinds of waves. But those make it really fun and pretty. And then, of course, well, let me go on to the third. Oh, let me go into these. Okay, so yeah, you have this, everything kind of. You have the water, you have this water, and I'll show you what I've done with every single, and this is the part that colors in the boat, but I will show you every single thing as we move on, because the bestest thing in this whole set is this. And so, okay, how do I get better lighting on it? So this is the embossing folder. I wonder if I put it in, line it up. Okay. I wonder if I turn off this. How do I do that? Okay. I tried it. There, is that easier? There, turned off my spotlight. So, yeah, so this is what it does. Oh my gosh, can you say pretty, 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 pretty. I have been so obsessed with this all day. I'm going to show you tons of things you can do with this and how you can mix and match and do different things, and it's going to be so fun. So, and show you the card we're making next Wednesday. So this is what you start with. You take your paper and you run it through. And I just used half of a sheet just because I don't know what size and what I want to do with it yet. So from this point, there are multiple things that you can do. So I'm going to share some of those with you first. So another thing that you can do is you can take that same piece and stamp it. And so here you have a black boat, and it's still raised. So you can see how it's kind of raised. Let's see, in this one, you can kind of see how it's puffed up. And then, yeah, it's puffed up. But you don't want to run it through here and then die cut it because it'll flatten it. That's what I'm thinking. No, that one, yeah. So that's one alternative you can do. But then, okay, I'm going to show you one card ahead of time. You can take it one step further, and you can add accents with the stamp that is right here. And you can make any color sailboat you want. And you could also add the water waves down below. And then the little seagulls are a die cut. So you get 3 of them. You can do 3 at once. And isn't that beautiful? Oh, and you can think of all the color combinations you could do. And I just chose, do this in white on white because I love it. But yeah, so that's one direction you can go. Another direction that you can go is you can put your die of this die in your embossing folder. Okay, and it would go right here. So you'll feel, okay, this is the top. That's why I like doing top, so I know which one's the top and which one's the bottom, so it'll be puffy or not puffy. And then you take your die, and you'll feel it click into place. See, it clicked into place. And then you take your paper. I already die cut it, but then you just take your paper, like the first time before you're doing anything, and and you run it through, and it will come out like this with that die cut out. So that's how you get these, which are then super fun, because then you can decorate different ones, with different colors, and then take that, say, and like put that on there, so you can, it's still raised, and you can just put it on top of that, and you can make any kind of boat in the world you want. You also have, and I'm going to show you in some of my upcoming things that I did. Oh yeah, like here's one I could probably show you. So here is that water. So I took the water with the beautiful cloud cover paper, and I'm wondering what came first, the horse or the cart? Did they come up with the sailing thing and figure we need a pretty blue, and so that's why we made this, or did they do this first? Anyway, this paper goes together so beautiful, and so then I stamped using my cloud cover little ink spot, and so that would be another alternative. I thought was kind of pretty. And then I did, yeah, so I stamped it and then ran it through and then had another one. Yeah, and so then it just looks a little bit more raised. And then, of course, you can always add clouds because we have clouds here, which we're going to add to our final card that I'll show you. But those are some of the things that you can do with this amazing set with just so many variables, and I think I've gone through most of them. So I am going to put this aside, and I am going to show you the card that I'm going to be making tonight. So what I'm going to be doing, okay, when I first saw this, where was the flyer? Okay, when I first saw this card, and I looked at it, and that's what made me buy this. And I just loved it. And I have searched high and low and high and low and looked at a million cards with this thing. And this was still my most favorite one. So what I'm going to do for you guys, since it is my favorite and the most beautiful card in the world, even though I'm copying Stampin' Up, I don't have to do anything. We're going to make that card next week at my party because I just think it is so beautiful. And so it's really easy too. So what I'm going to show you is how you will have a piece of cloud cover, and then you will have one of these that you'll run through the machine. Just bleep, bleep, real easy, okay? And it's cut, 1/4 of an inch smaller than the regular card. So now what I'm going to do is I really want that boat to stand out. So I'm taking my white pad with my dauber, and I'm going to go over the raised area. The raised area like this. And so kind of like the darker you get it, the more it stands out. And it just goes on the raised part. It doesn't go in between. And so, I just love this. So yeah, again, watch what I'm doing, and now I want to fill in the clouds. So I'm just going to go over the clouds and make them a little bit more white if I want. Do the same thing over here. Get the little seagulls. Yeah, I didn't notice there's little seagulls there. Okay, and then I can do a little bit of the top of the water. Okay, oh, forgot the bottom of the boat. Okay, so then I'm just going to do the bottom of the boat. See how easy this is? Just think you could do this with any color. Just with this, and see how much see how it's raised? You can see the shadow more. Oh gosh, isn't that cool? I love that. So this, I hope you guys will too, because you get to all come and make one at my event next week. So what I'm going to do next is, because our cloud cover, the manufacturer that makes this for it, they cannot get it to work on our foam pads, but they work on the old felt ones. So I took one of my Stampin' Spots that I used for another color. That's why it's kind of off color. And then I washed it out, and I'm reusing it now with this, because I need to buy more inks. They're just blank blank, so you can use your marker and make your own little spots. So then I just kind of put that on there. So just to make sure it's still, and then I lost the cover. So it's like, okay, all right, good job. So yeah, that's how you just kind of put it all over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to go just over. And you can see how it kind of, it's given a little bit of color. So I'm just kind of putting a little bit of color on there. Okay, bleep, bleep. So yeah, it's, there we go. I can do it harder when I'm on a surface. There we go. And then we can go in with some of the Secret C. And again, take a different one and just sweep a couple areas to make it a little bit darker, so then it looks kind of white, blue, and then kind of darker blue at the bottom, because it's deeper down there. Yeah, so isn't that, oh yeah, I want to keep this open. Isn't that gorgeous, 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 gorgeous? And look how simple, simple, simple. So I'm going to use the greeting right now. This is what you'll be using next week. I have to see which side's up. Okay, that one's down. Okay, it says, okay. It says you'd be destined for great things. So even if it's a birthday for their next year, and then you can put on the inside, you got a whole other year, you know, to do great things or whatever. Happy birthday. So I am going to stamp this with that C right here. Try to get you straight looking through the, okay, good enough. And see, oh, and then if I want to add some clouds, so here I can just, where's my glue? And it's just so, okay, which ones do I want? Oh, yeah, that one. So fun and easy. That I know one of you reached out that you're not able to come to my event because I know you had some surgery. But I think this would be something that I could put together a packet and send to you, as long as you had the white ink, because I wouldn't be able to stamp it for you, but you can come up with something else to stamp. So if you cannot make it, let me know, and I will put together, or my scissors, a way to do it where I send you the kit, because I think I can stamp it, or everything but stamping it. Okay, another thing that they did in their card on the Stampin' Up! Website is in case you haven't done this for a long time, is they de-stressed it. I'm usually not good at this. I end up tearing the paper, but it's just kind of roughing up the edges. So it's giving kind of like, okay, a sailor or a rougher look, like the seas. So yeah, I didn't do it really hard, but yeah, some of you are probably better at it than I am. I'm afraid I'll tear it on camera. Okay, let me close this before, oh yeah, we didn't add, I didn't add my seagulls. Okay, well, I will have to add the seagulls as I didn't die cut any, or I don't know, maybe it doesn't need it. I don't know, I'll see. We could try it. Yeah, people can do it with or without, because it might make it too busy and crazy, but isn't that pretty? And if I want to make it more white, you can just add more white there. It seems to soak into the paper. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, and we will glue it down. And then next week we'll do happy birthday on the inside. Okay, which reminds me, I need to send out a graduation card in the mail. It's like, you're destined for great things for people that live on the lake. Aha, it's a perfect card. Yay. I just got to get it in the mail. Ugh, that's my hard part. Lazy. All right. There we go. So there is our card with maybe some addition of some little seagulls to it. But let me show you a couple other options that I have for you. So here was another version that I did, and you can see this has the those waves that I was showing you with the die cuts, like these. So I kind of set it with that one at the top and just, I don't know, just to add something to it. And then these are the boats, and I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier, but this is what it is. This is what I was going to tell you. See, one of them, get over here. One of them is, it's like this. So that's what it die cuts. And then the other one die cuts this. And so what you do is you take this triangle and put it on top of that triangle, and that gives you a sailboat. So that's how I did a red one and a white one, and then alternate them. And then there's a teeny little one too that I did a red one and a white one, and then I just put red on the sails. And maybe I should have done something with the boat, but yeah. So look how cool and cute that one was. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So then I did another one. This is when I was first practicing to see if I could stamp this over the thing, and I did. And then I think I did this part with marker instead of the other things. And so, yeah, in the cloud. So that was a practice one I thought was cool. And then I thought, hey, we can even add a boat to it. So that matches the boat. Okay, we can even add another boat. Okay, then, since this was called, obviously, sunrise sailing, I had to have one with the sunrise. So, okay, can you say simple, simple, simple? All I did is take this. I made a mask for the top of it. And that was the one I showed you earlier that had like the sunset on it. Oh, yeah. So here was my mask. And I just put that over it, but I didn't hold it really tight. And then I just sponged the orange at the top, sponged the yellow in the middle, and then did sponge the cloud cover on the bottom, and added a greeting, and voila! Easy peasy, peasy, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and then another one that is similar to the one that we're doing, except that so it's kind of the same thing, except I put the white boat on there. So if that would be an option that you would rather, I'll have paper there if you'd rather put a white boat on it versus the white. But I think this is really super soft and makes it really fun. But here it is with the little birds. So that is about all I needed to share with you. So I want to just remind you that we have a special right now that if you buy one suite, so if you look through the catalog or go onto the online exclusives and just go suites, you can buy one suite. And, you think, oh, it's a lot of money. So it's like, $50, $60. But then you can get another suite at half price. So if you've been looking at two suites that you want with like one with all the drinks, or the one with the flowers, or the turtles, or whatever those suites, you can buy one and get the other one for half price. Or let's say if you want a suite, you can just buy the one, like, okay, today I bought the Halloween suite. And then I wanted an extra paper, and that's part of the suite, so I got my paper for half price, even because I own all the rest of the suites. I couldn't think of another one to get. And I did not need another flower, one of which they're coming out with, or fruit. But anyway, those are some of the other ones that you're going to see coming out for the next July online exclusive. So anyway, but yeah, so... also, don't forget to RSVP as soon as you can to my stamping class next Wednesday, so I know how much paper to cut this weekend and can get all prepared and give you guys a big, giant, fun birthday party. So with that, I'm going to leave you with, what do you call a ship that is 50% off? A sailboat. Okay, I'll give you another one. This is in honor of Schooner, because Schooner always would say when we were in Mexico, what do you call four Mexicans in quicksand? He used to say, and then cuatro cinco. And the Mexicans wouldn't understand it, and they would just laugh at him anyway. Like, okay, what, 4-5? I don't get it. But anyway, so I found one that said, what do you call for, well, it said, yeah, Mexicans in a capsized boat. Cuatro Cinco. So I had to share that one for Scooter. But I will let you go. And don't forget to RSVP. And thank you for giving me this whole day that I can stamp just for you and build my creativity and have so much fun. So I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Talk soon. Love you. Bye. Do what makes you happy.